standing by my...
Newswatch 12. News from where you live. Live from Rhinelander, this is Newswatch 12 at 10. The Northwood's best news. News from where you live starts now.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Carisu. A 48-year-old Merrill man was found dead in the township of Corning, west of Merrill on Tuesday. The man was identified as John Stevenson. The Lincoln County Dispatch Center was called in for a missing person check shortly after 6 p.m. after the man had not shown up for work. 25-year-old Austin Stevenson, who is John's son, is in custody and is expected to be charged with first-degree intentional homicide in Lincoln County Court Wednesday afternoon. And meteorologist Chase Ropanek joins us now for a first glance at our weather, and we saw some snow.
Yeah, just a little bit here, Austin. Only saw about 1 inch of snow here in Rhinelander, but a whole lot more in our central and southern viewing area, even with a little bit of thunder snow out there for today. But as you can see, the advisories and warnings are being dropped from west to east. We still see in Forest and Florence County right now, there's a winter storm warning going on, but not much snow still there, so that will be dropped very soon as well, and we are all going to be in the clear out there for tonight. So the system still shows, looks like it's snowing over Wood, Portage, and Marathon County, even some areas to the east as well. But that is all Virga. There's dry air now filling into place. All the snow that we saw today is now done for and is still moving off to the east. So this kind of gives you an idea of where there's still some snow at. Throughout much of our viewing area, we are in the clear. Lots of those visibilities back to right around 10 miles. As we see off to the east, still some areas by Green Bay, right around 1.75 miles of visibility, but they're going to be seeing that deteriorate throughout the next few hours overnight as well. So as we see a look at the temperatures right now, still right around freezing for most of us at 30 degrees here in Rhinelander. We're going to continue to drop for tonight right around into those low 20s. So taking a look ahead, our forecast low is just a little bit above our average, which is 19. The forecast low tonight, right around 21 degrees. Austin?
Thanks, Chase. And Governor Tony Evers recommended increasing the vehicle title fee by more than 70%. Evers says it would be necessary to stabilize the transportation fund in Wisconsin. Evers recommended raising the fee by $120 from $164.50 to $284.50. The extra money would be used to support the repair of development of Wisconsin roadways. According to the budget document, vehicle title fees are paid once when someone purchases a new vehicle and normally are lumped in with the purchase of the car. Evers also suggested raising the driver's license renewal fees by $8.50. And Merrill was right in the path of a winter storm today, and here is how the city prepared for it. School was announced closed yesterday. Parents had time, but that still affected their day.
I think there's an inconvenience for the parents. They did announce it early enough yesterday where they could make plans. Sometimes it's difficult when it's 10, 11 o'clock at night when they call it off, or even in the morning. It is an inconvenience, but it is for the safety of the kids.
Because of the warmer and wetter snow, no brine was used because how heavy and wet it was. Ice buildup is still possible on bridges, and wind gusts are still high.
If the temperatures do get down below 28, you still have bridge decks and other areas that are prone to ice up. So we will have to watch those. With the wind being at 40 miles an hour, we will have to watch for drifts. People will just have to slow down. It's winter in Wisconsin.
The city administrator advises to not go out unless you have to while the storm continues to get monitored. And a local revitalization program recently secured a government grant to support the growth and development of Eagle River. Our own Christopher Bouchong has more.
The Eagle River Revitalization Program has been growing the community since 1999. And with a new grant of $250,000, they have big plans for Eagle River. I spoke with the director to learn more about their efforts. The Economic Development Corporation has a grant called the Small Business Development Grant. Karen Margolovsky, the executive director at the Eagle River Revitalization Program, said they were lucky to receive it.
we were one of 70 applications that got accepted. So only 19 of the 70 applications got accepted.
Securing this $250,000 grant allows for the revitalization program to create their own impact grant to offer to businesses and developers in the community.
This grant will allow us to award out between $10,000 and $50,000 to individual businesses or developers to help stimulate some growth in Eagle River.
Whether it's remodeling or new construction, Margolovsky said all the businesses with the purpose to grow Eagle River are welcome.
Somebody new to the community, it can be existing businesses that want to maybe rehab or add to their location. And as long as they have a project planned, we will definitely entertain them for this grant.
While the revitalization program has some grants in place that match funds, Margolovsky said this grant expanded their reach.
So this offered us an opportunity to apply for funds to offer a bigger matching grant program to do some of those big rehabs.
For anyone interested to access the grant, can find more information on the Eagle River Revitalization Program's website. Reporting in Eagle River, Christopher Bouchon, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Christopher. And all across the U.S., there's a shortage of childcare providers, especially here in Wisconsin. See how one group is trying to ease the shortage in the Northwoods after Weather with Chase when we come back.
Up to 50% off list prices during the huge spring home sale at Slumberland Furniture. Elevate your living room comfort for just $4.95. Get a new modern look for just $5.95. And totally free shipping with no minimum. The huge spring home sale at Slumberland.
We all have a friend who loves the McDonald's hot, crispy filet of fish. My friend, you could be that friend.
Hurry in and get 2 filet-o-fish sandwiches for just $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Attention, please. The final days of Truck Month have arrived.
Morgan, light it up.
On it! This is like a movie.
Okay, everyone. Time is running out for our best deals on Ranger and Maverick and America's best-selling trucks for 48 years, Ford F-Series.
During the final days, get a F-150 with 2.9% APR for 72 months plus $1,000 trade assist cash, or lease a STX Super Crew for $379 a month for 36 months.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale and receive $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all hard surface flooring products, such as vinyl plank, tile, hardwood, or receive free carpet installation. That's right, savings on all hard surfaces up to $1,000, or free carpet installation. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs at the biggest sale.
Our prices will floor you.
How corrupt is Brad Schimmel? Let's count the ways. 1. Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave his campaign thousands of dollars. 2. Schimmel let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for years, then lied about it. 3. Schimmel took thousands in campaign contributions from opioid makers, then refused to go after them when opioid deaths spiked. That's Brad Schimmel, and he's way too corrupt for the Supreme Court.
Big deals during our huge spring sleep sale at Slumberland Furniture. Up to 50% off during our big Sealy floor model closeout. Plus, get the quality of a Sealy Posturepedic on sale for just $4.99. The big spring sleep sale at Slumberland.
Join the Plum Lake event and Equestrian Center for the Winter Family Fun Fest on Saturday, March 29th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Skating, zipline, bounce houses, and more.
All right, welcome back, folks. A pretty interesting day out there for today weather-wise. We saw lots of snow across our viewing area. We only saw 1 inch of snow here in Rhinelander, but if you take a half-mile drive down south into Lincoln County, there's some areas there that saw right around 5.5 inches. That shows you how sharp that cutoff line for the snow was with this system. Temperatures out there right now, right around 30 degrees. We're seeing dew points right around the low 20s, giving us an idea of what that low can get to for tonight. And that pressure is below that 30-inch mark, but it is going to start to rise momentarily as we will have some high pressure starting to replace that low pressure we saw out there for today. So those highs right around the mid-30s out there in Rhinelander. Saw 36 degrees, 35 in Eagle River, but it quickly drops, getting close to freezing as that pressure system made its way through. Temperatures a little bit warmer down south, so you may have had to start off your day with some rain rather than snow, but then it quickly did transition into that snow, especially for areas like Merrill, Wausau, Mosinee, even down into Wood, Portage, and Adams County. So temperature trend here for Rhinelander. We're going to see close to 50 degrees getting into your Friday. Friday. It'll be close to 40 for tomorrow. Temperatures then are going to be a little bit below average from Saturday all the way up into Tuesday. We're going to see lots of mid to upper 30s then, lots of quiet weather as well. As we get into Wednesday, that's when those temperatures will be close to average once again going into next week. That high right around 40 degrees. So as we saw out there was lots of winter storm advisories and winter storm warnings out there for today. Those have all been terminated from west to east, except for Forest and Florence County right now. But they're not really seeing any snow anymore, so I won't be surprised if that gets taken off very shortly as well. Not going to be seeing any snow for the rest of us throughout the rest of the night, but those road conditions are still in bad shape. So you can see here in Rylander, it's kind of that snow line right here from Rylander into Forest, Florence County. Going west is where the roads get a lot better. But Rylander all the way south into Madison, those roads are either partially or completely covered. It's going to be pretty bad for tomorrow morning as well, as we are going to be all below freezing. A lot of that snow that we saw out there today is sticking and freezing to the road. So be safe out there for tonight and tomorrow morning. Take it slow and let the plows do their work. So out there, it still looks like it's still snowing across Wausau, Wood, Portage, and Adams County as well. But they're just seeing Virga now. Most of that is not reaching the surface. All that moisture is now moving off to the east. As we can see, Forest and Florence County still under that winter storm warning. Not really getting much of that snow either, so that will be taken off as well. But here are the snow reports we saw for the past 24 hours. Marshfield and Plover at the top with 7 inches of snow recorded, 6.5 for Port Edwards. Wausau right around 5.5. Gleason, which is just in Lincoln County, 30 minutes south of Rylander, saw 5.5 inches of snow. And here we are, Rylander at the bottom of the board, recording only an inch of snow. Some areas north of us probably didn't see much snow either. So as we go into tomorrow afternoon, decreasing clouds throughout your day, and we'll see lots of sunshine across the state, highs near 40 degrees. So that will melt mostly all the snow away here in Rylander, but not all of it for areas like Wausau down in Adams County. Still going to take a while for that snow to melt away. But as we get into Friday, highs will be closer to 50 degrees, and we have a chance for a few afternoon showers. Not going to be strong at all. They won't last long either. This line will move through quick. It does show a little bit of snow up in the northern counties, but most likely with highs near 50 degrees, all of that precipitation is going to be rain going into your Friday afternoon. For tonight, lows right around 21 degrees. We'll have mostly cloudy skies. All the snow is done with, but still windy early on out there right now. Can still see some gusts near 35 miles per hour. That will get better throughout the night as well from the north. And for tomorrow, those decreasing clouds, lots of sunshine in the afternoon. Highs reaching for 40 degrees. Will be breezy though. We'll still see some areas right around 25 mile per hour gusts from the north-northwest. Taking a look at your extended forecast brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Tomorrow is the first day of spring. Not really going to feel like with highs near 40. We'll feel more like it on Friday with highs getting close to 50 degrees and a few rain showers in there. Cooling off though Saturday through Tuesday. Most of the time we're going to be right around those mid to upper 30s. Looks like another low pressure system coming Sunday, bringing more chances for rain and snow like we saw out there for today. Heading into next week on Wednesday, we'll have highs closer to average, right around 40 degrees. Austin?
Thanks, Chase. And in-person absentee voting for Wisconsin's spring election began this week. Tuesday marked the first day for voters to cast absentee ballots at their municipal clerk's office or other designated locations. Each municipality sets its own hours and locations for early voting access. Races on the ballot include state Supreme Court, state superintendent of schools requiring a photo ID to vote, and local school district referendums. And the village of Cronenwetter was named one of the safest cities in Wisconsin for the 4th year in a row. The village got number 8 on SafeWise's 11th annual Safest Cities report. The report bases rankings on violent crime and property crime rates. On a 3-year average, Cronenwetter's violent crime rate was 0.7 incidents per 1,000 people. Cronenwetter's violent crime rate decreased slightly from last year by 0.1, while property crime rates decreased this year by 0.4. And fundraising for a new child care center has started for a new business in Manitowish Waters. The Little Forest School is a nature-based child care center, and it hopes to open to ease the child care shortage in the area. They are asking for $200,000 for staffing, supplies, and licensing. Little Forest School has a temporary location at the Community Presbyterian Church. So far, they've raised And the 3-day gaming event EverCon has collected the largest donation sum in its 25-year history. On Tuesday night, students in the DC Everest Gaming Club presented a charity auction donation to one local organization. This year, the funds were given to the Autism Society of Central Wisconsin. The total raised this year was $8,715. It's the most the club has donated to a single organization. And with over 60 miles of trails to maintain year-round, the Rhinelander Area Silent Trails Association is dedicated to keeping them in pristine conditions for hikers, bikers, and even skiers. Our own Lily Alstein has more.
The trails are super fragile during this time.
The Rhinelander Area Silent Trails Association has announced the Washburn hiking and biking trails are closed. Board Secretary Sarah Driscoll says the closure is necessary to protect the trails.
During this time, we experience lots of freeze and thaw cycles. We have the snow melt. We have spring snowstorms and spring rainstorms. And that causes a really muddy situation out here at the trails.
Driscoll says even a simple footprint can cause damage to the wet trails.
So we don't want people to come out here. When you hike on muddy trails or bike on muddy trails, you can cause ruts in them. And what that does is it causes erosion, which makes the trails really, really hard to maintain throughout the rest of the year.
All Rasta trail maintenance is done by volunteers. Spring maintenance includes smoothing out ruts, clearing vegetation, and rerouting trails if necessary. While not open for skiing, Rasta welcomes people to hike and bike on designated ski trails to avoid any damage on the regular ones.
The ski trails have vegetation on them, so they're a little bit more hardy during this time of year. We do ask that if you're going to use the ski trails, if you see yourself causing any damage, like leaving muddy footprints, to just turn around.
Rasta will remove the trail closed signs as soon as conditions allow.
We like to keep them in great shape for people to use all year round.
People are able to report trail conditions on Rasta's website at rastatrails.org. Reporting in Rhinelander, Lily Alstein, Newswatch 12.
Thanks, Lily. And the WIAA State Basketball Tournament is less than a day away. We visit Wausau East as they prepare for the Division II semifinals coming up after the break.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
You work hard to put a roof over your head, and Overhead Solutions works hard to be the first choice as a trusted partner to help protect your investment. Our team doesn't just repair and replace roofs, we install peace of mind. With years of experience and a passion for excellence, we are here to provide top quality roofing solutions tailored to your needs. Let us be your local and trusted partner. Call us today for a free estimate.
Keep 15 grand in your pocket when you buy your next truck. Check this out. This 2024 Cummins is 85 grand. This used 2024 is 70. Buy the used truck and keep the 15 grand. If you can't see the difference, why pay the difference? Come out to Len's Truck today. We have hundreds of high-quality used trucks, all priced to move.
Len's Truck. Len's Truck. We got the trucks at Len's Truck.
Look at how soft your towels are, Grandma.
Soft water really helps with that, and the soap savings really adds up. Did you know that it's less expensive to heat soft water than it is hard water?
Wow, that's great savings and good for the environment. Having good water does make a big difference in our family.
Speaking of family, look who it is.
Any service tech servicing your water equipment, call us at Maher's today.
What? No peanut butter and jelly sandwich today?
Maher Water, 888-796-2437.
Better begins with the way we see each other. Better begins with the way we treat each other. Better begins with the way we care for each other. Better begins at Aspirus Health. out the better in all of us.
Coming up on News Watch 12 today, we'll be joined by Kate Heidemann for another edition of Race Watch 12.
Are you ready for some active weather? Because we have it in the forecast. Morning tune in on your Thursday from 5 to 7 a.m.
The WIAA basketball state tournament gets underway on Thursday down at the Kohl Center. There are two area teams heading to state, Marshfield and Wausau East. They will each be playing in Friday's semifinal sessions. We paid a visit to Wausau as the Lumberjacks had their final practice before they get on the bus and head down to state. Wausau East gets ready to take on Wauwatosa West in Friday's state semifinals. After an 82-45 win over West Salem in the sectional championship, head coach Dan Garrett and his squad got right to work in preparations for their showdown in Madison.
Sunday night when I laid down, I kind of got some film on and started watching. But I had been watching some film for a few weeks of some potential matchups that we could have if we did make the state run. So I wasn't unfamiliar with Wauwatosa West.
For a group powered by a senior class who have been playing together for close to a decade, this group had one spot in mind to finish their journey. Now they hope all that work as a group will be on display at the Kohl Center.
It's super fun to have this opportunity to play our last few games on the Kohl Center and really display our talents together. So it's just really it's a really good opportunity for us as we've been playing since we were kids.
Just 4 years ago, East was 6-20 when these freshmen first put on the varsity jerseys. The years since have been a yearly climb that this group hopes will start a yearly tradition for the program at the state tournament.
My freshman year, we really didn't do too hot, and I think me, Jesse, and Charlie kind of really stepped up in year two with our sophomore years and stuff like that, and just again going to our junior year, just progressing even further and further, and now it's our senior year, and we can kind of say we're playing at the Kohl Center now.
All season, the goal for this group has been to get to Madison. But immediately after Saturday's win, the group quickly pivoted to a new goal, realizing there is still plenty that this group can accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how we all had that mindset of, we really wanted the goal to get there. And then as soon as we won that game, we're like, we're there. We got to win it all. I mean, it's another goal to get to the state semifinal, but winning state championship is a whole nother goal.
So the boys from the east side are just 2 wins away from a state championship as one of the Final Four in Division II. Wauwatosa West is the last step that stands between the Lumberjacks and the state championship game. The Milwaukee Bucks have not been playing their best basketball as the regular season is less than a month away from reaching the end. The Bucks are now out on a West Coast trip, and they got that road trip started with a matchup with the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday night in the Bay Area. The Bucks got off to a tough start against the Warriors, and they trailed by 14 points at halftime. That would be followed by a big Bucks third quarter that saw them go up by as much as 6 late in the frame. But from there, the Bucks offense could not buy a basket. The team only scored 17 points in the fourth quarter as the Warriors would end up coming away with a 104-93 win. The Bucks West Coast trip is just getting started. It does not get any easier as the team will stay in California and they will battle the LA Lakers on Thursday night. The NCAA men's basketball tournament will get underway on Thursday afternoon in the Mile High City. The Badgers will be one of the first games of the day as it will be a morning start locally in the Mountain region. For us here in Wisconsin, it will be a 12:30 start for the Badgers. The Badgers, who are the number 3 seed in the East Regional, coming off of their run to the championship game of the Big Ten tournament, will be taking on the Montana Grizzlies, a 14 seed in the champions of the Big Sky Conference. It has been an impressive season for the Grizzlies, who won 25 games and defeated top-seeded Northern Colorado in the Big Sky Championship game last week to get the league's automatic bid. The winner of tomorrow's game will advance to play either VCU or BYU. The game is set for a 12:30 tip-off and will air on TBS. We'll be right back after the break.
At U.S. Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you. You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan, too, don't we, little guy? Totally.
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. U.S. Cellular. Built for us.
Right now at Legacy, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating, you'll get a $60 Visa gift card plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free. This is one of our best deals of the year. So visit our website or call the number for your new floor from Legacy today.
Every kid deserves a great education. As state superintendent, I helped pass a new literacy law, raised math and science standards, and expanded technical education. My opponent is a lobbyist who's never held a Wisconsin teaching license. She's worked to drain money from public schools to pay for private schools, raise property taxes, and eliminate teacher license requirements. I'm Jill Underley. I'll protect our public schools and never stop working to improve them.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Keep your home clean with Livman Cleaning Supplies. We carry a huge selection of brooms, mops, and more to make your home shine. The Menards exclusive Lightning Spin Mop is $29.98 after rebate. Menards has the largest in-stock selection of Energizer batteries. These long-lasting batteries provide solid power for flashlights, remotes, and so much more. Get an 11% rebate on Energizer batteries.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Awesome.
I like it. I love it.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma TRD Sport for $359 a month. Or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
And in Wisconsin, a wildfire that sparked near a state wildlife area is now 100% contained. But before that containment, the blaze charred hundreds of acres. Emily Machasik reports.
Fire danger in Green Lake County remains high, a day after a wildfire charred more than 700 acres of land in the White River Marsh State Wildlife Area.
Could have been very bad.
The DNR says one of its planes monitoring a nearby wildfire spotted the blaze just after 4 Monday afternoon. More than a dozen fire departments, as well as local, state, and federal resources responded. The fire's location in a marshy area made it difficult for crews to access it. Strong winds coupled with dry conditions only added to the stress of putting the fire out.
This time of year, we're in our spring fire season, and all the vegetation is dead and brown due to winter. And when it gets dry and windy, we can have big catastrophic fires like this.
Crews worked all night and into the day Tuesday monitoring the fire grounds. Residents in 6 nearby homes were evacuated as a precaution. Those homes, along with a dozen other structures, thankfully weren't damaged in the fire. And the displaced residents were allowed to return home more than 12 hours after the fire started. The DNR bringing in what it calls heavy units and low ground units to snuff out any hot spots.
We're checking the perimeter. We're making sure the perimeter is out cold, trying to make it safe so we don't have any sort of containment issues later today, and trying to secure it up and make it safe for everybody in the public.
As these warm, dry, and windy conditions persist, the DNR stresses the importance of keeping track of the fire danger, knowing what conditions are in your community, as well as the rules and regulations before doing any sort of burning.
People need to be very cautious when burning, get a burning permit where they're required, and be very, very careful when you burn something and make sure that fire is completely out, cold to the touch, before they leave it.
While the DNR says many of these spring wildfires are caused by humans, officials are still trying to determine how the White River Marsh State Wildlife Area fires started.
A 5-year-old girl violated. The predator faced up to 60 years behind bars. Radical Susan Crawford sided with him, released on a $500 bond, and lived across from a school. His sentence, just 4 years in prison. Now he's free. All because Susan Crawford and her warped, soft-on-crime agenda. Catch and release Crawford. Don't take the risk. Fair Courts America is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Some people tend to think that flat means dull, boring.
But some people just don't understand what flat means. Some people never did 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. So yeah, the upgrades we brought to our 2025 models, well, they're just not for some people.
See your local Northern Wisconsin and UP Ski-Doo dealers.
Verizon and AT&T announced price hikes a total of 10 times in the past 2 years. Doesn't that blow your mind? Families can switch to T-Mobile and get all the benefits of their plans while saving 20%. T-Mobile blows the competition away.
T-Mobile will also give you up to $800 when you switch.
Mind blown. Is that a jet engine?
Go to T-Mobile.com to see how families can save 20% and get $800.
That's lunch.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand, right now you can get a 3.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot.
I was in a very bad relationship. After that, I made it my mission to help people. Brad Schimmel really wanted to know, how can we help survivors? He got right in there with me and did the work that needed to be done. I know Brad, the person, and I know how passionate he is about helping people, women, sexual assault victims, children. He has made it his life's mission to help families. I know that about him.
Builder Service. We are your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko.
All right, welcome back, folks. Not only did we see a bunch of snow across our state for today, but down in our neighboring state, Illinois, there was some more severe weather once again. And near my hometown, Pekin, Illinois, this picture was taken by a fine woman named Sarah Rebecca. And she said that this tornado was going on in her backyard, but really it is a gustnado. So by definition, it's not an actual tornado. These form on the leading edge of storms due to it being outflow dominance. And what it causes is a bunch of eddies to form along that leading line. And that spins up a lot of dust. Makes it look like a tornado, but actually it's usually a lot short-lived and doesn't cause as much damage as your average tornado does. But going to the graphs here in Wisconsin, we do see those snow reports for today. We saw 7 inches of snow in Marshfield and Plover, 6.5 in Port Edwards, 5.5 in Wausau and Gleason. But here in Rhinelander, about a half-hour drive north of Gleason, we only saw an inch of snow. That's how sharp that cutoff line was for that snowstorm out there for today. Getting close to 40 degrees for the first day of spring tomorrow, and then we'll see close to 50 for Friday with a chance for some rain showers as well. But then we're cooling off Saturday and the Tuesday, and check out Sunday, another chance for rain and snow, just like what we saw out there for today.
And 30s and 40s on the way.
That's right.
That's all the time we have at 10. Thanks for joining us.
I'm attorney Christine Bremer. Our clients want results. They expect them and deserve them. At Bremer and Trollope, we get the settlement you deserve, the justice you demand, and the well-being that was taken from you. We relieve the stress that an accident has forced on you and your family. From your very first phone call to the very last detail, we take your accident personally. We have to, because the right results matter most.
Wherever you are in Wisconsin, there's a free and confidential Aging and Disability Resource Center, ADRC, or Tribal Partner Agency. We're here for older adults, adults with disabilities, and your families. ADRCs are a bridge to support for benefits and financial assistance, transportation, in-home care, and more. Get to know your local ADRC and connect with resources now. Call toll-free 1-844-WIS-ADRC or go to findmyadrc.org.
How corrupt is Brad Schimmel? Let's count the ways. 1. Schimmel gave a plea deal to a man caught with child porn after the man's lawyer gave his campaign thousands of dollars. 2. Schimmel let 6,000 rape kits sit untested for years, then lied about it. 3. Schimmel took thousands in campaign contributions from opioid makers, then refused to go after them when opioid deaths spiked. That's Brad Schimmel, and he's way too corrupt for the Supreme Court.
It's amazing all the work that goes into growing this little guy.
The research you've done over the past decades is critical to grow a good quality crop.
The UW-Madison has developed lightcasts to help farmers manage leaf blight before it takes root in potato fields.
I can't really overstate how important that is.
What's at stake isn't just the crop in the ground, it's the sustainability of your family farm.
This partnership really makes me proud to be a Wisconsin farmer.
One Wisconsin.